Hello, YouTubers. This is Mercs11, and as you can tell, I'm back. But what am I doing is the question. Well, and you'll notice it's March 5th. But Mercs, when you ran into that glitch, it was only the beginning of 1940. Well, I had to take. MacArthur took the Command and Conquer time machine all the way back a few months. So Franco's whole miracle in this little province here slowed up my troops 2 months, and I went for full annexation. So I think I can puppet them, and they're directly in my alliance. Or I'm not going to puppet them until after certain things are done. So let's strategically redeploy my troops. It's playing this song again. I absolutely hate it. Because all todays that I've been playing Darkest Hour, it's just been this track. You can't imagine how annoying it gets after like 5 minutes. Or its third time through. So, I'm not using any cheats, just to confirm that. So, 14 descent. Oh, and we're gonna get a whole bunch more. We're not done. And no troops on the borders. Don't you just love that? You know, maybe I'll send some of these Mexican troops over to the front at some time. Oh yeah, Mexico's got some divisions for use. I don't need reconstruction right now. Okay, with malice towards none. I'm just gonna restart this. I wasn't prepared for this event. With malice towards none, and with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us the right. Let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and other nations. Establish provisional state governments of loyal citizens. Our troops are ready for this. Let me make a save. It's always good to save with the amount of errors I make a day. Okay, we just need to go all decreasing descent for some time. Go on. Okay, they're all on offensive. We're going to put it on above normal. As soon as we've crossed the border, I think we're gonna go with a two-state idea. We're gonna liberate Carlist Spain up north. We're gonna divide Spain into 2 sectors. Just first French resistance from a Marine division. Continue pushing across the frontier borders. We're crossing the mountainous regions into France. I would have loved to have tanks for this, but that didn't happen. Jesus. Okay, liberating nations. We're gonna hold on until after these troops have crossed the border. We're gonna continue a push towards Marseille. As new troops flood in, we'll continue to push to take airfields. Capture and encircle in Bordeaux. We're gonna take Bordeaux, or Bordeaux, I believe it's called. My French is horrible. I failed French. So don't expect me to get any pronunciations right. don't know, I would like to bring these guys into a little alliance here. You know, maybe these guys would want an alliance. I mean, because otherwise I want to create kind of like I personally doubt we can make it to Paris. So when we carve up Spain, what should we create a Carlist Spain or just a plain Kingdom of Spain? My initial thought is go with the two-state idea. It carves up IC, but I'm just real paranoid of a country breaking off of my alliance and then being too powerful and just causing problems. There is some French resistance, but 4 divisions have basically caused problems there. Okay, now that they're cut off of supplies, they'll be destroyed real soon. So let's send the 4th Iron Horse. I'd say this is going fairly well. It's been a fairly good breakthrough. The goal is to push to Marseille. And they've actually put up real good resistance, better than I expected. Yeah, but now 100,000, and we're just tearing up the French countryside. Goal is to push to the Italian border and link up with the Germans around here, around Vichy or this province. So, I believe this attack's going actually pretty well. You guys are probably wondering what I've been doing. I got cut off again by Fraps. This happens to me every time I record. Oh, I wonder what Mercs is gonna do. He probably got ran over by a bus. True, could have happened. But good. I guess it's good I wasn't ran over by a bus. But now they're dispatching troops, because we just tore up their... Well, we've taken Bordeaux, which I think is a fairly big city in France. I guess the goal is to push and take this city and Marseille. And now the French are meeting us with organized resistance. I mean, the Spanish deserve the credit they were given, but they held me off for quite some time. But I think you can all agree the Spanish weren't anything compared to the... I may do one of two things here. Either I'll create countries, or I may try to paint part of Europe blue. The American color of blue. But I'll have quite a deal of partisans. Continue pushing along the coast. They don't stand a chance against our forces. We're tearing up France pretty good, actually. But here is where they're meeting us with actually really determined resistance. I'm scared of getting flanked. That's why I haven't really taken... units and one division from the Union of Britain have seemed to stall us. And here, under General Herbert, I believe his name is pronounced, they're mounting a fairly good resistance. We're going to try to cut off and take this city before the Germans can get it. Goal is to beat the Germans to Paris, and oh, this is kind of problematic. So we're trying to beat the Germans to Paris here. Well, they were able to stall us. They were temporarily able to stall our advance. What should I do about the occupied Spanish territories? This has been the opening of the operation. I can't think of a cool name to call it anything. We still haven't reached Marseille. We've reached one of the 3 target cities of this operation. Paris would be the main goal here, but I think the Germans are going to get to it before I can. I really want this city, and so we achieved one of our 3 strategic objectives in like the first 2 months of the campaign. So this has been kind of like an American version of Blitzkrieg, except with no tanks. Or Blitzkrieg. I'm not German, so don't expect me to get the pronunciations right. So, this has been the opening campaign. Should I divide Spain up into 2? Or should I just try to keep them for myself? I'll leave you guys to decide. And Mercs11 signing off. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, YouTube.